15 actors currently rotting in jail and the reasons why. Even Hollywood stars aren't immune to breaking the law, and some have committed grave offenses that led to long prison sentences. The actors on this list have been convicted of serious crimes, including sexual assault, drug trafficking, and even murder. While a few have admitted their guilt, others continue to claim innocence. Regardless of their stance, they are all serving time behind bars. This video delves into 15 actors currently imprisoned, and the shocking reasons why. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s life exemplifies a remarkable Hollywood comeback story. Born on April 4, 1965, he quickly gained recognition for his exceptional talent, achieving critical acclaim and an Academy Award nomination for his roles in films like Less Than Zero and Chaplin. However, his career trajectory was significantly derailed by a long-term struggle with drug addiction, which began in his youth. This addiction resulted in numerous arrests, notably a 1996 arrest involving heroin, cocaine, and a firearm. From 1999 to 2000, he served time in prison and underwent treatment in a California rehabilitation facility. This period of incarceration and enforced introspection proved to be a crucial turning point. Upon his release, Downey faced significant challenges in resurrecting his career due to his past legal and substance abuse issues. Despite these obstacles, with the support of his friends and key industry figures, he successfully relaunched his career. His iconic and critically acclaimed portrayal of Tony Stark in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, beginning with Iron Man in 2008, marked the pinnacle of his remarkable comeback. Now celebrated for both his exceptional talent and his inspiring recovery, Downey Jr. stands as a testament to the possibility of second chances and the enduring power of personal resilience. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's life is a complex narrative of extraordinary athletic achievement, intertwined with significant personal struggles and legal controversies. At the age of 20, he became the youngest heavyweight boxing champion in history, a feat that cemented his place in sporting legend. However, his remarkable boxing career was frequently overshadowed by numerous legal issues and highly publicized controversies. In 1992, he was convicted of rape and sexual misconduct against Desiree Washington, a contestant in the Miss Black America pageant, resulting in a 6-year prison sentence. He served 3 years at Indiana's Plainfield Correctional Facility. This conviction profoundly impacted both his boxing career and public image. Even after his release, Tyson faced considerable challenges in his attempts to regain his former status, including a temporary suspension from boxing, following the infamous 1997 incident where he bit off a portion of Evander Holyfield's ear. In recent years, however, Tyson has made a concerted effort to reinvent himself, branching out into acting, appearing in films and television shows, establishing a cannabis company, and even returning to the ring for exhibition matches. His story serves as a compelling example of the intricate interplay between celebrity, personal conduct, and the enduring possibility of both redemption and personal growth. Tim Allen. Timothy Allen Dick, better known as Tim Allen, is a highly successful actor and comedian, celebrated for his roles in Home Improvement and as the voice of Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story franchise. Born June 13, 1953, his journey to Hollywood stardom was preceded by a significant legal challenge. In October 1978, he was arrested at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport on drug trafficking charges, facing the possibility of life imprisonment after being found in possession of over 650 grams of cocaine. He pleaded guilty and, in exchange for a reduced sentence, cooperated with law enforcement by providing information on other drug dealers. Consequently, he received a sentence of 3 to 7 years in federal prison, ultimately serving 2 years and 4 months at the Sandstone Federal Correctional Institution in Minnesota. This period of incarceration marked a profound turning point in his life, leading him to pursue a career in comedy upon his release. Allen's subsequent success in the entertainment industry is remarkable, especially given his willingness to openly acknowledge and discuss his past mistakes, using his experiences to serve as a cautionary tale and an example of personal transformation. His story stands as a powerful testament to the possibility of redemption and the potential for positive change after serious legal transgressions, showcasing the strength of the human spirit to overcome significant adversity and achieve remarkable success. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan, born July 2, 1986, achieved early and significant success as a child actress and singer. Her breakout roles in Disney's The Parent Trap and the hugely popular 2004 film Mean Girls propelled her to international fame and solidified her status as a household name. However, this rapid rise to fame also brought intense media scrutiny and constant public attention to her personal life. By 2007, Lohan began facing significant legal problems, including 2 arrests for driving under the influence, DUI, and cocaine possession, leading to short jail stints and court-mandated rehabilitation programs. These legal troubles continued over the following years, largely due to repeated probation violations and various incidents, significantly impacting her acting career as many film producers became hesitant to cast her due to perceived risks and liabilities. In 2010, she received her longest jail sentence to date for violating probation terms, though she served less than 2 weeks due to jail overcrowding and positive behavioral reports. Despite ongoing struggles with addiction and persistent legal issues, Lohan has made several attempts at career revivals and continues to remain a figure of significant public interest. Her life story serves as a stark illustration of the immense pressures faced by young female actors in Hollywood and the potentially devastating consequences that can result. R. Kelly. R. Kelly's legal troubles culminated in his arrest on July 11, 2019 in Chicago by federal agents. The charges against him were severe, encompassing the recruitment and sexual exploitation of underage girls, the isolation of these girls from their families, and the systematic control of victims to prevent them from seeking help or escaping his influence. He faced indictments in both New York and Chicago. The Chicago indictment further alleged that he had attempted to bribe witnesses and victims in connection with a 2008 child pornography case. The COVID-19 pandemic caused delays in his trial proceedings. While awaiting trial in a Chicago federal prison, Kelly was assaulted by a fellow inmate, sustaining a significant concussion. In June 2022, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison following his conviction on sex trafficking charges the previous year. Later that September, a separate trial resulted in a guilty verdict on charges of producing child pornography, although his legal team subsequently argued for a reduced sentence of 11 years. Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder, born October 29, 1971, is a highly acclaimed actress celebrated for her roles in iconic films such as Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, and Little Women. Her successful career, however, was significantly interrupted by a widely publicized legal incident in 2001. In December of that year, Ryder was arrested for shoplifting merchandise valued at over $5,000 from Saks Fifth Avenue in Beverly Hills, causing a media sensation. The case proceeded to trial in 2002, resulting in a conviction for felony grand theft and vandalism. However, she was acquitted of the charge of burglary. Her sentence, handed down in December 2002, included 3 years of probation, 480 hours of community service, various fines, and restitution to the store. While she avoided imprisonment, the incident severely damaged her reputation and acting career, leading to a hiatus from the industry spanning several years. Ryder gradually returned to acting, initially taking on smaller roles before achieving a remarkable resurgence in 2016, with her acclaimed performance in the hit Netflix series Stranger Things. Her experience serves as a powerful reminder that even the most successful and well-known actors in Hollywood are not immune to legal consequences, which can have profound and lasting impacts on their careers. If you like this video, comment 9 below. Thank you so much. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes, a highly acclaimed actor and martial artist born July 31, 1962, achieved significant fame in the 1990s through his roles in action films such as Demolition Man, Blade, and Passenger 57. However, in 2006, he faced serious legal challenges when charged with tax evasion and conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government of millions of dollars through the non-filing of income tax returns over several years. While acquitted of the felony charges of tax fraud and conspiracy in 2008, Snipes was convicted on 3 misdemeanor counts of failing to file federal income tax returns. He received the maximum sentence of 3 years imprisonment in 2010 and began serving his time in December of that year at the McKean Federal Correctional Institution in Pennsylvania. Released in April 2013 after serving nearly 2 years, Snipes has remained a subject of media attention, involved in subsequent legal disputes regarding his convictions. He also used his time in prison to further his studies of philosophy and religion. While Snipes has resumed his acting career, it has not fully recovered to its pre-incarceration level. His case stands as a cautionary example of the serious consequences of financial mismanagement and the importance of adhering to tax laws, even for individuals of significant public profile. It further highlights the broader, far-reaching implications of such actions, affecting not only the individual's personal life but also severely impacting their professional reputation and public standing. Jared Fogle. Jared Fogle's story is a stark contrast between remarkable personal achievement and profound moral failings. Initially known for his impressive weight loss journey, dropping over 200 pounds in less than a year after weighing over 400 pounds at age 20, he became a highly recognizable figure through his association with Subway restaurants, beginning with his first commercial in 2000. His weight loss success story, initially featured in Men's Health, propelled him to national fame. This remarkable transformation, however, was tragically overshadowed by subsequent revelations of serious criminal behavior. In 2015, Fogle pleaded guilty to charges involving the possession of child pornography and engaging in sexual acts with minors. Further investigations revealed that he had engaged in interstate travel for the purposes of sex with minors and possessed illegal pornographic materials. He was sentenced to more than 15 years in prison, with a minimum of 13 years to be served before becoming eligible for parole. In addition, he was ordered to pay $1.4 million in restitution to 14 victims. His case stands as a cautionary tale of the stark contrast between public image and private actions, and the devastating consequences of severe criminal behavior. Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, a formerly prominent film producer, is currently serving a 23-year prison sentence following his conviction on sexual assault charges involving 2 women, Miriam Haley and Jessica Mann. While numerous allegations of sexual misconduct from dozens of women had surfaced over many years, the charges brought by Haley and Mann ultimately led to his downfall. Arrested in New York in 2018, Weinstein faced multiple counts of rape, sexual abuse, and sexual misconduct. Simultaneously, investigations into similar sex crimes were underway in both California and London. Following his release on a $1 million bond and placement under electronic surveillance, additional felony sex offense charges were filed. Weinstein maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings, claiming that the sexual encounters were consensual. In 2020, he was found guilty of a criminal sexual act against Haley and third-degree rape of Mann, but acquitted of the more serious charges of predatory sexual assault and first-degree rape. The resulting 23-year prison sentence and his status as a registered sex offender marked the conclusion of a significant legal case that profoundly impacted the film industry and sparked wider conversations about sexual assault and power dynamics in Hollywood. Felicity Huffman. Felicity Huffman, a well-known actress with prominent roles in television series such as Desperate Housewives and the film Transamerica, became embroiled in the highly publicized 2019 college admissions scandal. Huffman was charged with paying $15,000 to a third party to facilitate the alteration of her daughter's SAT examination answers. In May 2019, she pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit honest services mail fraud. Her sentence, handed down in September 2019, consisted of 14 days in federal prison, a $30,000 fine, 250 hours of community service, and 1 year of supervised release. The scandal generated significant public outrage and dealt a considerable blow to Huffman's public image and reputation. Since completing her sentence, she has largely remained out of the public spotlight. Her case stands as a stark illustration of the legal ramifications of unethical conduct, regardless of social status or influence, and underscores the vital importance of fairness and equitable access to educational opportunities within society. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If not, a like would still mean a lot, and your comments will help me improve for next time. Todd and Julie Chrisley. Todd and Julie Chrisley, stars of the reality television show Chrisley Knows Best, faced serious legal repercussions stemming from charges of tax evasion, conspiracy to defraud the United States, bank fraud, and wire fraud, filed on August 12, 2019. Known for their portrayal of a wealthy family on their reality show, the couple were ultimately found guilty on all counts on June 7, 2022. Todd Chrisley received a 12-year prison sentence and is currently incarcerated at FPC Pensacola, while Julie Chrisley was sentenced to 7 years and is serving her time at FMC Lexington in Kentucky. Their convictions underscore the serious consequences of financial misconduct and the necessity of transparency and ethical practices in financial dealings, regardless of an individual's public profile or perceived status. The case also raises significant questions regarding the impact of their incarceration on their family and the future of their reality television program. Michael Jace. Michael Jace, an actor recognized for his role in the television series The Shield, received a 40-year prison sentence for the murder of his wife, April Jace, in their Los Angeles home in 2014. The shooting took place in the presence of their 2 young children, ages 8 and 5, and was reportedly driven by jealousy stemming from April's desire for a divorce and Michael's suspicion of infidelity. Following the incident, Jace called 911 and confessed to the crime. Court testimony revealed a history of violent behavior, including accounts from April's father and a friend of Jace's first wife, describing instances of physical abuse such as choking, slapping, and forceful shoving. Jace's acting career, spanning 2 decades, included roles in shows such as Southland and the television film Michael Jordan, An American Hero. This tragic case serves as a stark illustration of the devastating consequences of domestic violence and emphasizes the crucial need to address and confront underlying issues of jealousy, aggression, and controlling behavior. See murder. Corey Miller, known professionally as C. Murder, was convicted of second-degree murder in 2002 for the death of Steve Thomas at a nightclub. He began serving a life sentence at Louisiana State Penitentiary in 2009. However, the case has taken an unexpected turn due to significant developments in the post-conviction phase. 2 key eyewitnesses have since recanted their testimony, claiming they were coerced into providing false statements under oath. Adding an unexpected element to the case, reality television star Kim Kardashian has publicly advocated for Miller's release. A 2020 Supreme Court ruling mandating unanimous jury verdicts in significant criminal cases has further complicated matters, as Miller's conviction was based on a 10-2 jury vote. Miller has consistently asserted his innocence throughout the legal proceedings, and these recent developments have fueled renewed questions surrounding his guilt. The case remains highly contentious and continues to generate considerable interest, with many actively supporting C. Murder's release from prison. Shannon Richardson. Shannon Richardson, an actress who appeared in the television series The Walking Dead, pleaded guilty in 2013 to the serious crime of producing and mailing letters containing ricin, a highly toxic substance, to then-President Barack Obama and 2 other individuals. She used her husband's credit card to purchase the necessary ingredients and manufactured the ricin in her own home, where she resided with her husband and 4 children, while also pregnant at the time. The letters, which contained references to gun control, were sent to President Obama, New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, and Michael Glaze, a member of the organization Mayors Against Illegal Guns. Richardson's scheme involved a failed attempt to implicate her husband by planting evidence in his vehicle and lunchbox. She was ultimately apprehended and sentenced to 18 years in federal prison, currently serving her time at a facility in Fort Worth, Texas. Her release date is scheduled for 2029 without the possibility of parole. Oscar Pistorius. Oscar Pistorius, a renowned Paralympian and Olympic athlete, became embroiled in a highly publicized and controversial case in 2013, following the fatal shooting of his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp, at his home in Pretoria, South Africa, on Valentine's Day. Pistorius maintained that he had mistaken Steenkamp for an intruder in his bathroom, leading to the shooting. He was subsequently arrested and charged with murder. Despite his claim of self-defense, he was initially convicted of culpable homicide and sentenced to 5 years in prison, with an additional 3 years of house arrest for reckless endangerment. However, this initial sentence was overturned, and after serving only 1 year of his initial sentence, he was resentenced to an additional 13 years and 5 months for murder. While Pistorius may be eligible for parole as early as 2023, he could remain imprisoned until 2030, depending on various factors related to his parole eligibility and potential subsequent appeals. As we wrap up today's video, it's hard to ignore the shocking twists and turns these actors' lives have taken. From fame to incarceration, their stories remind us that sometimes even the brightest stars can fade in the darkest of ways. But everyone's journey is unique. What do you think about these actors' fall from grace? Do you feel sympathy for them, or have they earned their fate? We'd love to hear your thoughts and any stories you might know about other celebrities who ended up behind bars. Drop a comment below and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking stories from Hollywood's darker side. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. At a September 2023 sentencing hearing, actor Danny Masterson, famous for his part in That 70s Show, received a 30-year prison term for multiple rape convictions. 2 former Scientologists accused Masterson of the assaults, which occurred between 2001 and 2003. The high-profile nature of the case stemmed from the seriousness of the accusations and Masterson's celebrity status. Judge Charlene Olmedo delivered a forceful denunciation at the sentencing, stating, "Your actions took away another person's voice and choice." This resonated with many as the victims bravely detailed their traumatic experiences before the court. One expressed regret for not reporting the assault sooner, while the other conveyed a sense of release, stating, "Your sickness is no longer my burden to bear." Masterson's lawyers maintain his innocence and plan to appeal, citing substantial trial errors. Public support, however, remains largely with the victims, with figures like Leah Remini publicly praising their courage. As Masterson begins his lengthy prison sentence, questions linger regarding potential rehabilitation and redemption, given the impact of his actions on his career, family, and the victims. Todd Chrisley. Around the end of 2022, reality TV star Todd Chrisley of Chrisley Knows Best experienced a dramatic turn of events. A highly publicized trial resulted in a 12-year prison sentence for tax evasion and bank fraud, while his wife, Julie Chrisley, received a 7-year sentence. The court found the couple culpable of defrauding community banks of more than $30 million through falsified loan applications, all while portraying an opulent lifestyle on their television program. Upon entering federal prison camp Pensacola in January 2023, Todd Chrisley maintained his innocence. In a prison interview, he stated, "I feel I've been treated unfairly," while detailing the challenging prison environment and its emotional toll on his family and himself. Public reaction to the news was mixed, with many longtime viewers of the show expressing surprise at the gravity of the accusations against the Chrisleys. The Chrisley children have taken on increased responsibilities in the wake of their parents' incarceration, significantly altering the family structure. Even while serving his sentence, Todd Chrisley appears determined to reform, adapting to prison life with the goal of rehabilitation and an eventual return to his family and professional life. Elizabeth Holmes. The once lauded entrepreneur Elizabeth Holmes, dubbed the next Steve Jobs, faced a dramatic fall from grace. Convicted in January 2022 on charges of fraud and conspiracy related to her blood testing startup Theranos, she received an 11-year prison sentence. Holmes had misled investors regarding the revolutionary technology her company purported to possess. The high-profile trial garnered significant media attention and fueled debate surrounding Silicon Valley's ethical practices. Holmes's troubles began when investigative reports revealed that Theranos' technology wasn't merely flawed, it was entirely non-functional. The company ultimately folded in 2018, leading to criminal indictments for Holmes and her business partner, Ramesh Sunny Balwani. At her sentencing, Holmes expressed profound regret, stating, "I regret my failings with every cell of my body," and including a quote from a poem about personal change. Upon commencing her sentence at a minimum security prison in Texas, Holmes faced the added emotional burden of separation from her young children, a consequence of her actions. Public reaction was divided between those who sympathized with her personal situation and those who felt she hadn't taken sufficient responsibility. Holmes's incarceration has ignited conversations about the possibilities of redemption and rehabilitation as she navigates life after the scandal that shattered her career. If you found this video interesting, drop an OK in the comments. Your feedback helps us grow and brings more content like this your way. Thank you very much. R. Kelly. The disgraced musician R. Kelly, formerly a prominent force in music, faced a dramatic fall from grace, culminating in a 2022 conviction on racketeering and sex trafficking charges. His 30-year prison sentence, the result of years of accusations, became a major news story and sparked widespread public discussion. The trial revealed a disturbing history of exploitation and manipulation, highlighting how Kelly leveraged his celebrity status to take advantage of young women and girls. Although sex was certainly a weapon that you used, this is not a case about sex. It's a case about violence, cruelty, and control, stated U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly at the sentencing. Kelly's life before prison was marked by legal battles and scandal. His 2008 acquittal on similar charges seemingly emboldened him, allowing the abuse to persist for years. The rise of the Salk Me Too movement further amplified public criticism, bringing renewed attention to his behavior. Brave survivors shared their harrowing stories in court, detailing the emotional and physical trauma inflicted by Kelly's exploitative actions. Now incarcerated, Kelly's reality has drastically shifted. The once celebrated artist faces the repercussions of his crimes behind bars. His legal team described him as distraught over the sentence, equating it to a life sentence. Much of the media response expressed a sense of closure, with many viewing the conviction as long-awaited justice for years of predatory behavior. Kelly's future raises questions about rehabilitation and the possibility of redemption. While some speculate about his prospects, many survivors believe that justice has prevailed, marking a significant step in addressing sexual abuse within the entertainment world. Suge Knight. Death Row Records co-founder Marion Suge Knight's journey culminated in a 28-year prison term for voluntary manslaughter following a series of unfortunate events. On January 29, 2015, a heated altercation outside Tam's Burgers in Compton, linked to the movie Straight Outta Compton, led to Knight running over two men with his vehicle. This resulted in Terry Carter's death and severe injuries to Clebone Sloan. Knight surrendered to authorities the following day and faced initial murder charges. To avoid a potential life sentence in a murder trial, Knight entered a no-contest plea to voluntary manslaughter in September 2018. While the victim's family expressed their sorrow during the sentencing, Knight remained largely impassive. The controversial nature of the case, amplified by media scrutiny, was highlighted by his attorney's statement. "I feel strongly that Mr. Knight did not do anything wrong." Knight's incarceration dramatically altered his life and career trajectory. His once prominent status in the hip-hop world became overshadowed by a reputation for violence and controversy. Public reaction was divided, with some expressing sympathy for his difficult past, while others believed his fate was justified. Though Knight has hinted at seeking redemption, The road ahead is arduous as he navigates life behind bars. O.J. Simpson. From celebrated football star to convicted felon, O.J. Simpson's life has been a series of dramatic shifts and heated controversies. Though found not guilty in the 1995 criminal trial for the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, a 1997 civil suit held him liable for their deaths, significantly impacting his public image. A key turning point came with his 2007 arrest in Las Vegas on charges of kidnapping and armed robbery. Simpson maintained he was merely retrieving personal memorabilia he believed had been stolen. His subsequent 2008 trial resulted in a conviction and a substantial 33-year prison sentence. He served 9 years in Nevada before receiving parole in 2017. Reflecting on his time behind bars, Simpson stated, "I thought I was a good guy, but I could have been a better Christian." This statement hints at the internal conflict he wrestled with while incarcerated. His imprisonment revived public scrutiny, prompting widespread discussion about how a once-admired athlete could fall so far from grace. Upon release, Simpson hoped to rebuild a normal life, but found public and media attention had largely moved on. His efforts to rehabilitate his image were hampered by the shadow of his past. The media's ongoing fascination with his life ensured O.J. Simpson continued to be a figure of both public fascination and contention well beyond his release from prison. DMX. Known for his intense and emotionally charged music, rapper DMX's life was significantly marked by legal troubles and periods of incarceration. His criminal history encompassed a wide range of offenses, from driving violations and drug possession to impersonating a federal officer and weapons charges. Multiple jail terms, including stays in 2010, 2013, and 2015, punctuated his career, with his last imprisonment stemming from unpaid child support. Even before his time behind bars, DMX's life was riddled with controversy. His struggles with substance abuse and run-ins with the law frequently overshadowed his musical achievements. Reflecting on his prison experiences during an interview, he stated, "I went to jail to spread the word of Jesus," suggesting a search for spiritual solace amid personal struggles. Public perception of DMX vacillated between admiration and condemnation. While his raw talent and genuine artistic expression garnered praise from many, others focused on his criminal behavior, perpetuating negative stereotypes about hip-hop artists. Following his releases from prison, DMX often sought rehabilitation, stressing the importance of self-improvement and humility. He once remarked, "It's the tough things that we go through that get us to that point where we're better and stronger than we've ever been." Though his repeated incarcerations had profound consequences on both his career and personal life, these experiences also shaped his artistic output. DMX's music drew heavily from his struggles, resonating deeply with listeners who saw him as an embodiment of perseverance. His death in 2021 left behind a complex legacy interwoven with both hardship and inspiration. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s life, marked by both immense success and devastating struggles with addiction, offers a powerful testament to human resilience. His iconic role as Iron Man contrasts sharply with a tumultuous past involving substance abuse and multiple arrests throughout the 1990s, culminating in a 1999 prison sentence of 3 years for repeated violations of drug-related probation. One notorious incident involved his arrest for speeding while possessing heroin, cocaine, and an unloaded gun. Downey later reflected on his year-long incarceration, calling it the worst thing that happened to him, likening the experience to residing in a really bad neighborhood amongst violent offenders. Yet, paradoxically, this harsh reality forced him to confront the depth of his addiction. Released early after serving only a year, Downey faced further challenges. His marriage dissolved, and he was dismissed from Ally McBeal. This low point became a turning point. He embarked on a path of self-improvement, finding sobriety by 2003 through disciplines such as meditation, yoga, and kung fu. His subsequent comeback is nothing short of remarkable. He not only rebuilt his personal life but also achieved phenomenal career success, becoming one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. His insightful words, Remember that just because you hit bottom doesn't mean you have to stay there. Encapsulate his journey. It's a story not just of overcoming addiction, but of unwavering determination and profound personal growth. See you next. If you like this video, please leave a number 9 in the comments below. James Brown. The legendary James Brown, the godfather of soul, faced a major turning point in December 1988. Years of personal battles with addiction and erratic behavior culminated in a dramatic high-speed chase through Georgia and South Carolina. The pursuit began after an incident at an insurance seminar, where he allegedly brandished a shotgun. The chase ended when police disabled his car, leading to his arrest on charges including assaulting a police officer, driving under the influence of PCP, and unlawful firearm possession. Brown claimed police brutality during his apprehension, stating, "A policeman began kicking the vehicle door. I was in fear for my life." Despite these allegations, he received a 6-year prison sentence, serving just over 2 before his 1991 parole. Reflecting on his time in prison, Brown surprisingly viewed it as a period of necessary reflection and reorganization. His return to the stage after release was a more measured affair. While many fans welcomed his comeback, others remained skeptical given his past actions. The media portrayed a highly dramatic fall from grace, but Brown sought to regain his image, focusing on becoming a positive influence on young people. He declared, "I want to be a positive role model. I love humanity." This period of struggle and resilience added a powerful chapter to the life story of this musical icon. Michael Vick. The trajectory of Michael Vick's career, from celebrated NFL quarterback to convicted felon and subsequent advocate against animal cruelty, offers a nuanced exploration of public disgrace and the often difficult path toward redemption. A 2007 scandal exposed his participation in a cruel and extensive dogfighting operation involving illegal gambling and the intentional killing of dogs that failed to meet performance expectations. This led to federal charges, resulting in a 23-month prison sentence in Kansas, due to the interstate nature of the crime. While prior legal issues such as a 2005 lawsuit alleging the transmission of herpes had garnered attention, the dogfighting case overshadowed everything else. During his sentencing hearing, Judge Henry E. Hudson delivered a scathing rebuke, characterizing Vick's actions as cruel and inhumane, and underscoring the importance of accountability. Vick himself expressed remorse, stating, "I need to grow up," acknowledging the damage he had caused his family and fans. His time in prison, however, proved pivotal. Following his 2009 release, he dedicated himself to rebuilding his life and making amends. The Philadelphia Eagles gave him a chance to return to the NFL, and his remarkable comeback earned him the league's Comeback Player of the Year award in 2010. Despite ongoing public scrutiny and conflicting opinions, Vick committed to using his platform to actively combat dogfighting and support legislation aimed at ending such brutality. His journey highlights the complexities of personal responsibility, the arduous process of rehabilitation, and the potential for positive change, even after egregious acts of cruelty. Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez, celebrated for her powerful portrayals in action films like the Fast and Furious franchise, has navigated significant personal challenges, particularly legal difficulties. A 2002 assault charge was dismissed, but subsequent DUI convictions led to several brief jail stays between 2004 and 2007. In 2007, a 180-day sentence for probation violation was reduced to 18 days due to jail overcrowding in Los Angeles County. Reflecting on these struggles, she aptly stated, "I'm a work in progress," acknowledging the impact of substance abuse on her behavior. Despite these setbacks, Rodriguez maintained a successful acting career. Her incarceration spurred introspection and a desire for personal growth. While often portrayed in the media as a troubled actress, she demonstrated remarkable resilience, committing to positive change after her release. Public reaction was mixed, with some criticism but also understanding of her journey. Rodriguez's experiences have profoundly shaped both her personal life and her career choices, often leading her to portray strong female characters who overcome adversity. Her continued success in Hollywood underscores the fact that past mistakes do not define one's future. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, once dubbed the baddest man on the planet, experienced a dramatic fall from grace following his 1992 rape conviction. The incident stemmed from an encounter with Desiree Washington, an 18-year-old Miss Black America pageant contestant, at Indianapolis's Canterbury Hotel. Washington's subsequent sexual assault accusation resulted in a highly publicized trial that captivated the nation. Despite maintaining his innocence, Tyson was found guilty and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment, ultimately serving 3 before his 1995 parole. His incarceration at the Indiana Youth Center proved transformative. He converted to Islam, adopting the name Malik Abdul Aziz, and devoted himself to self-improvement, learning, and spiritual exploration. Reflecting on his prison years, Tyson remarked, "You have to understand, those guys would not have been champions if I had been around," acknowledging the ripple effect of his absence on both his own life and the boxing world. Post-incarceration, Tyson attempted a boxing resurgence with some successes, yet continued legal issues and intense public scrutiny persisted. Media reactions to his comeback were mixed, with some celebrating his return to the ring, while others remained critical of his past. Ultimately, Tyson's prison experience profoundly shaped his life, a period of profound hardship and eventual redemption that indelibly impacted his personality and career trajectory. Mark Wahlberg. 16-year-old Mark Wahlberg's life took a drastic turn in Boston, following his involvement in racially charged assaults. On April 8, 1988, while under the influence of PCP, Wahlberg assaulted Thanh Lam and Johnny Trinh, 2 Vietnamese men, employing a wooden stick and hateful racial slurs. This resulted in attempted murder charges. Though initially sentenced to 2 years, he served only 45 days. Wahlberg later characterized this as a pivotal moment, attributing his subsequent transformation to the support of family and guidance from mentors. Public response to Wahlberg's past has been mixed, with some condemning his violent history while others emphasize his later accomplishments as an actor and producer. A 2014 attempt to receive a pardon for these crimes ignited controversy and accusations of hypocrisy, prompting him to withdraw the request amidst public criticism. Post-incarceration, Wahlberg dedicated himself to philanthropic endeavors, notably through the Mark Wahlberg Youth Foundation, aiming to guide at-risk youth. A 2016 meeting with Trinh, where Wahlberg apologized, and Trinh's subsequent public forgiveness underscored the complexities of redemption. Wahlberg's story powerfully illustrates the intricacies of personal transformation and societal acceptance. As he has stated, "I want people to remember my past so that I can serve as an example of how lives can be turned around." His journey serves as a compelling case study in the challenges inherent in the pursuit of redemption. So ends the shocking saga of 22 celebrities whose paths to prison shattered their public images and forever altered their lives. Their stories, a mix of cautionary tales and compelling narratives of redemption, leave us pondering the complexities of fame, justice, and the human capacity for both immense success and devastating failure. From the heights of Hollywood to the depths of incarceration, their journeys raise profound questions about accountability, forgiveness, and the enduring search for meaning, even behind bars. What will become of these fallen stars? The answer, like their futures, remains uncertain.